Denver departure, Roger. 2059, Denver departure, go to contact, climb and maintain, follow at 230. 3.
Or target base, 4704.
West 4752, maintain 160 knots or less and contact tower 135.3.
160 or less, towers, 35.3 goes, 4752.
Tag 94 Echo, practice approach approved, maintain VFR, no separation service provided.
Delta 2377, descend maintain 8,000.
8,000, Delta 2377.
Skywest 5665, descend and maintain at 9,000.
Denver approach, American 1173, descending out of flight level 214 on the Logger 2, 35 left transition with Victor.
American 1173, Denver approach, good afternoon, plan the ILS runway 35 left. American 1173, plan the ILS runway 35 left. Q1 3714, turn left heading 020, descend maintain 9,000.
3714.
Southwest 1036, passing 260, descending via the Class 3 on behalf of Victor.
Southwest 1036, Denver approach, good afternoon, descend via the runway 35 left transition, plan the ILS approach.
Planning on the ILS 35 left, thank you. Descend via Southwest 1036.
Q1 3714, airport that's 12 o'clock and 15 miles, do you have any sight? Q1 3714, you are 10 miles from Diamond, maintain 8,000, 12,000 on localizer, cleared for the ILS, runway 35 left approach.
8,000 till established on the localizer, cleared, ILS 35 left forward, cam 3714.
Skywest 5665, reduce speed to 190.
And approach Q9 3714, we just broke out, have the airport in sight.
Roger, Delta 2377, turn right heading of 260.
RNAV Zulu 35 left.
Delta 2377, Roger, do you guys got the airport in sight or do you want the RNAV Zulu straight in approach?
We'll take the approach, Delta 2377.
Delta 2377, no delay, turn right heading 280 now.
280, Delta 2377.
Q-line 3714, maintain 170 knots or greater till Diamond. Skywest 4635, reduce speed to 190, then descend maintain 9,000.
Skywest 4635.
Skywest 5665, turn left heading 080.
5665.
Delta 2377, reduce speed to 170.
Center Frontier 191, checking in, 24-6, descending via the next with Victor.
Frontier 191, Denver approach, good afternoon, plan the ILS runway 35 left.
ILS 35 left.
Delta 2377, you are 7 miles from Diamond, turn right heading of 325, maintain 8,000 till established on the final approach port, clear for the RNAV Zulu runway 35 left approach.
1,000 till established, clear for the RNAV Zulu 35 left, Delta 2377.
Skywest 5665, reduce speed 170, turn left heading of 020.
020, left turn, speed 170, Sky 5665.
Beeline 3714, contact Denver Tower 133.3.
Trail.
United 267, descend and maintain 8,000. Skywest 5665, you are 10 miles from Diamond, maintain 8,000 until established on the localizer, cleared for the ILS runway 35 left approach.
8,000 till established, we're clear for the ILS 35 left approach, it's in sight.
Delta 2377, maintain 170 knots all the way to Diamond.
170 to Diamond, Delta 2377 will...
Frontier 191, reduce speed to 250. Skywest 4635, turn left heading 080.
635.
Skywest 5665, maintain 170 knots until Diamond.
70 to Diamond, Sky 5665.
South 3036, Denver departure, ready to contact, climb via the SID.
Skywest 4635, reduce speed 170, then descend, maintain 8,000.
Skywest 4635.
Delta 2377, contact Denver Tower 133.3.
133.3, thanks for your help, Delta 2377.
Connected to PilotEdge.
Skywest 4635, you are 10 miles from Diamond, turn left heading 020. Maintain 8,000 till established on the localizer, clear for the ILS runway 35 left approach.
Established, cleared ILS 35 left, Skywest 4635.
Skywest 5665, contact Denver Tower on 133.3, off today.
665.
United 267, turn right heading at 260.
Right turn 260 for United 267.
Skywest 4635, maintain 170 knots until Diamond and contact Denver Tower on 133.3. Have a good day. United 267, reduce speed to 190.
267.
Frontier 191, reduce speed to 210, then descend maintain 13,000.
For Frontier 191.
Southwest 1036, maintain 210 knots or greater, descend and maintain at 10,000.
Down to 10,000, 210 or better, Southwest 1036.
First month, 7,500, got to pass at 10,000, we'll advise a minute, currently 1 mile west of the field.
United 267, turn right heading at 330, intercept the runway 35 left localizer.
330 to intercept localizer 35 left for United 267.
Southwest 1036, flighting of 300, vectors, final approach course.
1036.
Mile 4, Denver approach, high deck, Denver altimeter is 2968. Mile high 4, you are radar contact. 1 mile to the south-southwest of Longmont Airport, altitude page 7,700, Denver altimeter 2968.
It's currently 1 minute, 10,000 miles forward.
Thank you. Attention all aircraft in the vicinity of Longmont Airport, parachute jumping activities in progress, 10,500. United 267, you are 5 miles from Diamond, maintain 8,000 till established on localizer, cleared for the ILS runway 35 left approach.
Maintain 8,000 to establish on the localizer, clear for the ILS 35 left approach for United 267.
Frontier 191, turn right heading at 300.
191.
American 1173, reduce speed to 190.
Knots, American 1173.
Alpha 3036, contact Everett Center 133.905.
On 133.3, take care.
For United 267, have a good day, sir.
Frontier 191, descend maintain 9,000.
991.
Southwest 1036, descend and maintain 8,000. Frontier
Connected to
191, turn right
PilotEdge.
heading at 325. Southwest 1036, traffic 1 o'clock and 4 miles southbound altitude 6,800 VFR, taps unknown.
You look for him, you have TCAS, Southwest 1036.
American 1173, descend maintain 9,000.
173.
Southwest 1036, you are 2 miles from Diamond, turn right heading at 325. Maintain 8,000 till established on localizer, clear for the ILS runway 35 left approach.
Heading, maintain 8,000 till established, we are cleared ILS 35 left, Southwest 1036.
First, guys, 994, follow the 210, Victor for 355.
Skywest 296, Skywest 2994, Denver approach, good afternoon, flight me ILS runway 35 left.
And ILS, 35 left, that's 994.
Frontier 191, you are 2 miles from Diamond, maintain 8,000 till established on localizer, clear for the ILS runway 35 left approach.
8,000 still established, cleared for the ILS 35 left approach, Frontier 191.
Southwest 1036, that traffic no factor, maintain 170 on board, Raiders Hill Diamond.
Alright, I think I'm ready here. Let me rebind, reload these bindings. Alright. Well, probably would help to know how much gas I need. That's right. Let me run this report real fast. Come over here. Go to summary. We're going to file this flight plan. Figure out my fuel. 635, 186, 314, and 200 divided by 6.5 is 205. Round that up to 206. It's 103. It's going to be a total of 306 gallons. Idaho 91. Winds are 210 at 13. Salt Lake is landing in north. So we're going to file our Ifr flight plan here. We're slant Golf 230 Idaho. We'll leave all that in there. File. We are up here. This is our route. The weather is 210 at 3. A little bit cloudy, but Salt Lake City is snowing in IMC conditions. And you can see here, it's snowy. Flight plans on file. Good to go. Alright, so we need 103. Check the fuel for contaminants. $50 for our auxiliary fuel. And we'll bust this up to 100. I use the auxiliary fuel for the ground operations, setting up flight plans, getting clearances. That's what the auxiliary fuel is mainly for. The flight fuel goes into the main tanks. .103. Temperature 25 degrees, so we're going to have to get some emergency heat going. feels good. GPU. Walk around's good to go. Let's set up these things for start. Okay. Got external power. Battery's 22. Let's turn on the battery. Oh, that's nav light. Okay. All right. Battery and nav light. I should make switch one battery. Yeah. I'll do that another time. All right, so we'll connect the gen ties. External power is blinky, so we'll connect that. Do a bus test. Got gen tie lights. Reset. Now we should be 28. 28. We shall check our inverters. Make sure those bus lights go out, which they do. So good to go there. Let's turn on these lights. Seat belts. And we have plenty of fuel. We'll check our emergency cutoff. All is well. Check our O2 system. Mask is a go. Come over here. Oxygen 100%. Good to go. Battery bus up normal position. Engine anti-ice on. Alright. Let's load her up. So let's do a full load today. So we'll make that 400, 360, 250, and 200, and 300. Apply. Everybody is on board. Check our E-light. check this E-light. Turn on our beacon light. Coast is clear. We're going to do ignition 1. '16 will add fuel. Low idle. Check for hot starts and hung starts. Wheel pressure is in the green. ITT is going to top that around 700 something. It's like Wheel of Fortune. 50. Starter off. Ignition lever full. Close that window. And we'll remove our ground power unit. So we'll disconnect external power. Remove the GPU. Reset Gen 1. External power is gone. We've got 28 volts on the left gen. GPU guy is gone. We'll start engine 2. '16 will introduce fuel. Low idle. Hot start, hung start, oil pressure is good. Starter off. Go ahead and reset our gens. And 28, leave it on triple. Do a bus sense test. Got Gentile lights. Reset. Get our environment and heat on. So we're going to do left bleed 11 psi. We're good there. Right bleed 11. We'll turn on both those bleeds and auto, and it's really cold, so we're going to use this. We need full power for that. And then we'll use these electric heat. So electric heat, aft blower, aft heat. Gyro suction, pneumatic pressure is in the green. Oxygen is 100. Good to go. Check our inverters. Left, right, EPIS switches. Left, right, avionics on. Radios on. Get this up for heading mode. Pitch trim rudder boost. Clear that out. Trim for takeoff. And we'll set flaps for takeoff. these radios. Okay, those are working. So we're going to do 122.2 and let me see here, 18.5. 18.5, 121.50 is guard, and ATIS is 135.32. 135.32. Alright, we'll get the coffee maker and furnace going. Test our E-lights. E-lights are good. Slave our gyros. Left and right. I don't know why I'm getting these micro stutters so bad.
Idaho Falls Regal Information Zulu. 1800 Zulu weather. Wind 200 at 11. Visibility more than 10.
91.
Sky conditions 8,500 few. 31,000 broken. Temperature -2. Dew point
47. 47.
2991.
200 at 11. Alright, before I call up my clearance, so we need to figure out how we're going to get out of here. So we're going to do Idaho Falls. This is the flight plan on file, but we have to figure out how to get to Idaho Falls. So an ODP, you go Idaho Falls, go to takeoff minimums, do a search for IDA. I guess I'll just search Idaho Falls. IDA. HO. Idaho Falls, there we go. So you want departure procedure, and we're going to be using runway 21, I think. Yeah, we'll use 21. So aircraft departing 210 clockwise to 020, so that would be 210, and this airway is 210 is here, so we're departing 210 clockwise to 020. So clockwise up here, so departing anywhere in this direction, which is basically what we're going to be doing. Climb on course. All others climbing right turn direct to the Idaho VOR.
1511 Hotel contact Phoenix approach 119.2.
So we're just going to climb on course. That'll work. So this is where you find the ODPs. This is where you find the instructions to fly them. And I don't have anyone watching my stream right now, so not a whole lot of point in going into a whole lot of detail about this.
Phoenix approach phenomenal 1511.
Unless someone has a question.
14,000, and I don't have the natives, but it looks like we're headed for the 2-1, so I'll check a visual 2-1 approach.
Alright. 1511 Hotel, Phoenix approach. Roger, you can expect visual approach, runway 21. And altimeter 2987, as of 1953, I'm showing winds reported 200 at 6 visibility, 10 miles, clear skies below 12,000.
Sounds good to me, 1-1 Hotel.
For 11 Hotel, maintain 7,000.
7,000, 1-1 Hotel.
Where is my clearance? Where's my flight plan? Oh, there we go. So, Idaho Falls, okay. Good afternoon, Salt Lake Center, King Air 1399 on the ground at Idaho Falls with weather. Request IFR to Salt Lake City.
King Air 1399, Salt Lake Center, clear to Salt Lake City International Airport is filed. Maintain 15,000, expect flight level 23010 minutes after departure. Salt Lake Center frequency 133.25 and squawk 4066, hold for release.
Clear to Salt Lake City, as filed. Maintain 15,000, expect flight level 230 within 10. Departure 133.25, squawk 4066 and hold for release 1399.
1399, read back correct.
Okay, so she said hold for release. That is because we are under an IFR hold, which is the one in, one out rule. So once this airport has a hold placed on it for me, which it does, that means no one is allowed to land here until, actually, I can't take off. So people under IFR are allowed to land here currently. Yes. But once I am released for departure, then there will be a hold placed on anyone else trying to land here IFR. So it's a one in, one out rule. ATC will only allow IFR departures and arrivals one in, one out for untowered fields. Now, anyone VFR can take off without permission from ATC. So you still have to watch out for VFR traffic if you're doing an IFR departure like I am.
Be the longest one information Sierra.
Charles 5280 Denver approach. Thanks for Sierra, altimeter 2968, and visual approaches are in use, landing north. Do you have a runway preference?
Can we do 35 left, Skywest 5280?
Skywest 5280, expect visual approach, runway 35 left.
Visual 35 left, thank you, Skywest 5280.
Alright, got that taken care of.
Reno, Cont, November 928 Echo Foxtrot, IFR to Salt Lake City.
And she cleared us up to 15,000. So we're good on heading. Altitude is armed. Engine ice is on. We can turn off the electric heat at this point.
You're 9028 Echo Foxtrot,
do a
Reno, clearance,
anti-ice check
to
on
Salt
the
Lake
wing.
City International Airport, P-Vine 3 departure,
Tail.
PIGO, transition, direct Lovelock, direct Battle Mountain, as filed,
Do windshield
maintain
ice,
climb via SID,
auto ignition,
maintain flight level 230, departure frequency 119.2 and squawk 5623.
Alright, those lights disappeared, so we're good there. Do
November
prop
928 Echo Foxtrot cleared to Salt Lake City via P-Vine 3, Pygo, direct,
it's in the
Lovelock,
green.
Battle Mountain, then as filed. Climb via
Top.
SID maintain flight level 230, departure 119.2, squawk 5629er.
Do a surface de-ice test. Already did that.
Third 8 Echo Foxtrot confirm the
Do a
squawk
ground idle test.
5623. You'll never hear an 8 or a 9 in a squawk code. If you do, there was a mix-up.
Alright, squawk 5623 for 8 Echo Foxtrot.
8 Echo Foxtrot, read back correct.
Okay, that was a good test. We'll do an
November
auto feather
11
test.
Hotel, airport 12 o'clock, 14 miles, report in sight.
Looking for AFX lights.
Yeah, we can take it. 11 Hotel.
As confirmation, you do have the field in sight?
Absolutely, 11 Hotel.
Got a feather on the left.
Thank you. Clear visual approach, and you can report out for cancellation. On the ground within 5
Feather on
minutes,
the right.
landing on 122.2. Change advisory frequency approved.
Thank you much, 11 Hotel.
And we'll go ahead and arm auto feather.
Clearance, Sky 249, Orcas Island, would like to
Do
pick up my IFR
4,000.
clearance to Kilo Echo Alpha Tango.
200. We'll check our pressurization. Should get about 800 feet per minute on this
Sky
test.
249, Seattle Center, clear to Pangborn Airport.
Okay.
Fabega 2 departure, Fabega
We are
Alpha
cleared up to flight level
Seattle
230.
Center frequency 126.6,
So
squawk
set for
247 hold for release.
500 foot per minute climb.
Hey, Sky 249, clear to the Kilo Echo Alpha Tango.
Doing EPIS.
Airport file Figba 2, Figba as filed, 9,000, 126.6, and squawking 2474. Sky 249.
Sky 249, read back correct, advise ready.
Will advise when ready, Sky 249.
UPS 3330, contact Albuquerque Center 128.45. UPS 3330, Albuquerque Center, Phoenix altimeter 2985, landing east.
Idaho 47, altitude matches 030, 030, avionics are accurate. CTAP for this airport is 18.5, so we're going to switch to 18.5. And we'll go to runway 21 up here. Get our ATIS again.
Information Zulu. 1900 Zulu weather. Wind 200 at 11.
Alright, weather is the same, nothing's changed. So, autopilot, do FMS, and we'll change this to winds. And we're gonna fly on course straight to, we'll just get on course on Victor 21. Put that in the beta mode. Check IR. Alright, let's go ahead and squawk mode Charlie. 4066, and we're on CTAF. Rudder boost, I think I already did all that, yeah. Okay. Let's do a wiper check. Freaking micro stutters, man. Make sure these E-lights stay out. Everything is out except for the normal stuff, which is good. And we are ready to roll. Alright, let's take the brake off, which I did. So we'll push up, we'll go around these guys. Number, what's your PC specs? I don't think I have it set up to do that. The command. It's actually not a bad idea though. But anyway, if you look in my description below, I have all my PC specs. So you should be able to just scroll down and see it. But the most important thing that I built my computer around was the processor for the single core speed. So I have an i7 9700 for, you know, when I built the computer, it was actually a really good CPU. All right. Idaho Falls traffic, King Air 139, taxiing to runway 21, Idaho Falls traffic. Alright, we got left control, left airline, we have right airline, free and clear. Okay. Controls are working, auto ignition is on. We'll turn off the engine eyes here in a moment. We are trimmed for takeoff, flaps are set for takeoff. The winds are 210 at 11, so straight down the runway. We're going to turn on our pitot heat and stall warning. All lights are out. We'll just double check one last time. All warning lights are out, so we're fine. And we'll turn on prop sync here in just a second. So we are on an IFR hold, so we have to get our IFR clearance out of here. So we'll go back to CTAF here in a moment.
Approach West 5280 out of 9,000.
We'll put the thing back out of beta, and we'll do prop sync on, engine ice off.
Sky 5280, turn left heading 080. You said you still have field in sight?
Field still in sight, turn left heading 080, Southwest 58.
Sky 5280, thank you. Clears approach runway 35 left, 5 mile final, contact tower.
Clear visual 35 left, 5 mile final, contact tower, Sky 5280.
Sky high 249, Seattle Center ident. Sky 249, your radar contact.
Is it an RTX 3700? Is my GPU not listed in the description below? in my
Center for
my Twitch.
91511
I should have
hotel
all
on the
my
ground
computer
at,
stuff in there.
Scottsdale.
Let me
Thank
know
you.
if it's not there, and I'll clarify my equipment.
1511 Hotel, pleasure. Have a great day. Thank you, and Ifr cancellation is received.
I'll take a look and see if I forgot to add the GPU or something, but Salt Lake Center, King Air 1399. Number 1, runway 21 at Idaho Falls.
King Air 1399, release for departure. Clearance will not off in 3 minutes. If not off in 3 minutes, advise intentions not later than 5 minutes. Change advisory frequency approved.
Not in the air in 5 minutes. I'll advise this frequency change approved. 1399.
UPS 3230.
Alright, so we're going to go back to
Phoenix
CTAF and departures 133.25. 133.25. We'll turn on our landing lights and strobes, and they should be lit up like a Christmas tree now. And we're on CTAF. Idaho Falls traffic, King Air 1399, taking off runway 21 for a straight out departure, Idaho Falls. Alright, break off. Moving up. We are moving up. Let's refresh our weather just for the heck of it. Force weather reload. Make sure all the clouds are matching what real life is. Good. Winds 210 at 11. And we'll do conditioner lever full. We'll add in some power, get our props up to 100%. Props are good. Add in some torque. Keep the torque at about 89.
60 knots. V1. Rotate. Props full. Positive rate.
Gear up. And we'll take out the flaps.
Attitudes check. Gear indicates up.
Let's pick up some speed for our climb. And let's see here, I go autopilot, and climb is IAS mode, so yep, go in the climb mode here. We're climbing out. Let me switch to departure. Idaho Falls traffic, King Air 1399, departing to the south, leaving 5,700, last call, Idaho Falls. So, go back over to Salt Lake Center, gear is up, I think flaps are up. Let's take out the props a smidgen.
Sky 5280, Denver Tower, runway 35 left, clear to land.
Salt Lake Center, King Air 1399, leaving 7,000, climbing 15,000.
Air 1399, Salt Lake Center, right down.
Giving controllers the flash there.
Air 1399, radar contact 6 miles southwest of Idaho Falls, altimeter 2992.
2992, 1399. Alright, let's do a, let's get on board with our flight plan here. So we're going to intercept this airway, which is Victor 21. We're climbing out, so we'll turn off our landing lights, taxi. don't know how to look on my iPad. Oh, okay, buddy. I'm sorry. I just like, you know, I took the time to write it all down, so I just didn't know if you just didn't want to scroll down or something. But no, I have a just a GTX 1080. So I got an i7 9700, a GTX 1080, and about 30 something gigs of DDR4 RAM or whatever it's called. So in this airplane, I get really good performance with it. I'm getting 50, I'll show you, but it's probably easier to show on that AV tab. I'm getting 55 FPS on this plane. Does it run smooth? For me, it does, yeah. Anything over 20 FPS in X-plane would be normal time. So you need to have the right, you need to have your settings right and everything to have at least 20 FPS. So it's like, you know, if I was just using X-plane stock everything, then my FPS would probably be close to 80 or 90 FPS right now. But because I have, you know, weather programs and ortho scenery and custom scenery and a custom airplane, that, you know, drops the FPS some. But with all the X-plane updates that's been going on, it's actually really good now. Like everything is super good, super smooth. Turn off this auto ignition. Turn off our seat belts for our passengers. But you know, everybody's system is different, so you can run Orbix, any Orbix. Oh yeah, any Orbix. I have all the Orbix scenery for the United States, with the exception that I do not have Florida. I have ortho for Florida, but it's Fork Boys ortho.
UPS 3330, your radar contact, correction. Phoenix Airport is off your 9 to 10 o'clock and 900 miles, report in sight.
But yeah, ortho, the Orbix stuff works fine.
8, 5 mile final contact tower.
Do a cabin check here. Cabin pressure is climbing. Salt Lake Center, King Air 1399, request higher when able.
1399, climb and maintain flight level 230.
Climb and maintain flight level 230, King Air 1399.
Dallas 5280, taxi to the terminal via Mike, left your choice to the concourse monogram.
I'm going to hold the pitch for about 2500, and then we'll go to climb mode again when we drop our speed.
Your ADOC Foxtrot, verify your transponders on altitude. Let's see. Contact departure.
How long is this flight? Not very long. Maybe 30 minutes. Yeah, it's not very long at all. We're just going to Salt Lake, Idaho Falls to Salt Lake City. It's like, for this flight plan, it's about 180 miles, so it's not long. And it's snowing in Salt Lake City, so that's another reason why I wanted to do this flight, because it'd be fun to land in IMC conditions, really cloudy, snowy conditions. So should make for a sporty approach. All right, let's just put this to standard. It's close enough anyway. Do the same thing over here. 2992. And we'll go to climb mode, IAS. Add in some more torque. Climbing away. What's the climb mode? Can you show me? Yeah. So the autopilot has a climb and descend. And when you hit the climb button, it will adjust the IAS automatically. So the plane will slow as I climb. It won't stall. It's stall protection. So the idea is to maintain a vertical speed of around 2,000 feet per minute, and the autopilot will automatically adjust the speed depending upon which altitude we're passing through. So it decreases by 5 knots every 5,000 feet. So it does it automatically in climb mode. So it's a really cool feature. Of course, you have to keep adding in torque as you climb. I try to stick it right around 90 on the torque.
Seattle approach 120.4.
So, and then the same thing with the descend mode. You just hit descend after you adjust your altitude, obviously, and then the descend mode will default to 1,500 feet per minute in the descend. And that's important to know for your VNAV, which I'll show you here when we get to our topic climb. I'll show you the VNAV. But you can see how now I'm coming up to 140 knots because we're getting higher. So, but that climb mode will make it to where you won't stall. Like you won't go past 140. I think it's 140. It might be 135, but that's the slowest that the plane will climb at that speed.
Sky 249 Seattle approach, Payne
But we're at our top of climb anyway. So I'm going to set the torque for about 85 because the torque will climb as we gain speed. So I'll just preset it for 85. We'll take out the conditioner levers to that notch, and we'll take out the props to about 16.5. And then we'll turn off the auto feather for right now. Now we're picking up speed and our torque will climb. Alright, so I know they usually have me pass or cross bear at a certain altitude. We have to wait till we get a little closer before we can pick up Salt Lake City's ATIS, but we'll see what happens. Alright, so this approach from Ogden, I guess? Let me see. Yeah, I could do it from Ogden. As long as as long as Salt Lake is landing south, I guess I could do a D-ATIS. Salt Lake City is landing north, so we would go the other transition. So dial-in would be... Alright, let's figure out what our star says. We can get our top of descent that way. Is this one of your favorite planes? Yes. Yeah, this is definitely, this is my favorite GA plane, just because it has so many cool features. It has passengers, you can turn on and off the seatbelt and smoking lights. It's got these tables and iPads. Now my sim is loading scenery, so it's pausing a little bit. Oops. You gotta wait till the table opens up all the way, and then you can do that one. So yeah, it's a fun plane. My other GA, my smallest GA plane that I currently fly is the Cessna 310. It's a twin Cessna. That's a great plane too. The developer, I've been working with a developer trying to get the GTN, this thing to work properly in his rendition of the 310. Alright, we'll set that up and let's bring in our arrival, and we're doing the star, bear 5. So I am guessing we're going to be coming down this way to dial in. Let's just make sure. The instructions, we're doing this transition, the Burley transition. So we're going to cross over the BYI VOR 117. Actually, we're landing north. So on the radial 315, we're going to cross dial in at or above 11,000. After dial in, we're going to go to 160 for vectors to the ILS 34 left or visual 34 left approach. So I probably won't do the 3-4. I'm probably going to end up doing the 3-5 at Salt Lake.
Continue taxi via Tango and make a right.
Yeah, we're going to do the 3-5.
And you can expect Echo 6 for South Cargo. Hold short runway 7 left at Echo 6, joining Delta contact south ground.
Dial in to 160, I think it's what it said. 160 for vectors after dial in, and dial in's 11,000, so we'll set 11,000 at dial in.
Here, 928 Echo Foxtrot, contact Oakland Center 132.2.
Alright, so let's set up home procedure. Let's set this up for runway 32.
Oakland Center.
So we'll go ahead and actually, let me cancel that. And to go to heading mode first, and our next waypoint is MLD. So let's go heading first. So we'll go heading, and then we'll change this arrival to the 32. Okay, so we're going to MLD.
Center, 928 Echo Foxtrot with you climbing.
Dial in 11,000 and then vectors 160, and then we'll put in an approach, but that should give me a top of descent. So we'll go back to nav mode, back to nav, and now we should have a top of descent. We're going to plug in
Salt Lake City altimeter 2997, landing north, cross Bear at maintain 15,000.
Cross Bear at maintain 15,000, Salt Lake landing north, 2997, 1399. Bear at 15,000, so punch in 15,000, and we need flight plan. We need Bear at 15,000. MSL 15,000. Save, back, VNAV, change this again to 1500 because we changed the other thing. So we got top of descent, 5 minutes to cross Bear at 15,000. And I'm going to want, I'll put in the procedure once we get there, or once we start on our way down, I'll put in that procedure. Good night. What's up, buddy? The Airfoil Lab King Air. I love this plane. Yeah, buddy. I love this plane. That's what I was just talking to Humber about. That this is my all-time favorite GA aircraft, and we're going into Salt Lake City where it's currently snowing, or at least, yeah, it's still snowing. So we're gonna have some bad weather and have to keep an eye on icing. I think I'll turn on the auto icing for the prop. You should get the Scottish Air ambulance livery for this plane. Yeah, I don't do much of the, I'm kind of like a realism person, so if I were to get the air ambulance, then I would want to find the appropriate call signs and everything for such a flight, you know, for, I guess, air ambulance stuff. I don't even know what the call signs would be or anything, but I wouldn't be opposed to doing an air ambulance flight. If you know of a flight that they normally would do within, you know, within 180 miles, and if you know a call sign, I'll do one of those flights for you. All right, so Salt Lake, let's go AV tab. Don't need Idaho.
Ifr 3330, base ground,
City.
runway 7 left to Echo 6.
Salt Lake is 4,227.
Right at Golf 4.
97.
And continue south, cargo via Hotel 4 Hotel.
Okay, 4227. So when we descend, we need to know, we'll be descending in 2 minutes, so we need to know what altitude to set the cabin pressure. So she said the altimeter is 97, so 29, 90, we'll just say it's 300, so plus 400, that's what we'll have to dial in, so that would be 4627. So I'll just round that up to basically 4,700 feet. So you have to plug that in when we start on our way down, and we'll do the landing perf when we start descending into the Salt Lake area. Yeah, Salt Lake weather right now is, let's see if this METAR works on, see if you can see the METAR. So if I call up, let me see, I go to this thing, punch in that, and then Salt Lake City, METAR. Do you guys see that? Oh, you do? Cool. I did not know that would show up in the stream. Alright, so we got snow at Salt Lake. The winds are out of the north at 9 knots. That's not bad. Not a really crosswind or anything. 97. And it's snowing. Nice. And we're gonna plan we're gonna plan 3-5 because we got an FBO here. We're at our top of descent, so let me get that started, and then we'll look at the approach. We'll look at the approach plate and missed procedures and all that nonsense. So we're going to take this down to 16, and we're going to use that trusty descend button, which I actually have programmed. So we'll hit descend, take out the torque so we don't overspeed the plane on our way down, and we'll adjust the cabin pressure here for our landing altitude, which will be 4,600, so just a smidgen down. So there, and then the cabin is descending down to the proper cabin altitude for this. Keep an eye on the icing. That's my top left corner here. Salt Lake Center, King Air 1399 is leaving 230.
Air 1399, thank you.
Alright, so whenever we leave Alaska signs, we have to let them know. And we're going to let our guests know. We're going to blink the seatbelt signs, let them know we're descending like they don't know. And approach is 124.90, so let me get approach set up here. And ATIS is 124.75. So let's get 124.75 on ATIS, see if we can pull up what they're doing at Salt Lake.
Contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Reback all runway assignments.
Still kind of far away.
Advise on initial contact. You have information India.
249 Seattle,
Salt Lake City International Airport. ATIS information India. 1954 Zulu. Wind 340 at Niner.
Seattle,
visibility Niner. Light snow. Few clouds at 1,900. Ceiling 4,600 broken. 6,500 broken. Temperature -1. Dew point -6. Altimeter 299.7. Arriving and departing runway 32. 34 left. 34 right. 35. Visual approaches in use. Simultaneous approaches to parallel runways in use. Yep.
Alright, we got our ATIS. And I'm going to do, looks like an RNAV 35 approach. I'll pull up that approach plate. RNAV
1720 Papa, Prescott,
35. I'm going to put on my laptop first.
Prescott clearance, clear to Sedona Airport.
I think that's an LP approach with a 400 minimum, so let's set my, we're at transition altitude, so we'll set this for 97. We'll set this for 97. And 400 minimum, so I'll dial this down.
1720 Papa, clear to Sedona Airport, Prescott Street.
Decision height
is to Drake, as filed.
Here we go.
Maintain 10,000, expect 11,000,
400
after departure. Departure frequency 133.
Sync up the heading bug.
7 and squawk 5117.
And I think she said 15,000, so I need to bring this down to 15,000. Cabin pressure is still dropping, so we're good there. Alright.
220 Papa, read that correct?
Let's put these tables back. No more tables for you. No more tables for you. And we'll pop up here. Close that. Close that. Close that. Turn on seatbelts. Turn on seatbelt lights. And seatbelts are on. Everybody squared away. You doing an ILS? No, because there is no ILS for 3.5. So our only choice for an approach under 3.5 is either an LDA or an RNAV. I want to do the RNAV because it's an LPV approach, meaning it has an artificial glide path, so it's similar to that of an ILS. It just has higher minimums, which is why I set to 400. So we're going to set this up, and I don't know how she's either going to vector me or she'll tell me to go direct to Pebble or something like that. So we'll get that set up now. But it's basically the same thing as an ILS, except obviously an RNAV. So So we'll come down here and we'll do procedure and approach and RNAV 35, that's LDA. RNAV 35 LPV plus V, so that's basically like vertical guidance, so that's your glide path. So RNAV 35, and we'll just put in the full approach in case we need it for whatever reason. So we'll say Fairfield, and we'll just load it. We're not going to activate it, but we are ready to go.
Contact Salt Lake City, approach 135.5.
Salt Lake approach 135.5, 1399, 135.5. Let me add in a little bit of torque. 35.5. Go over to approach, and we are current with India. Salt Lake approach, King Air 1399, bears 5 at 15,000, north transition, current with India, request RNAV, runway tree 5 approach. Okay.
KR 1399, Salt Lake City approach, altimeter 2998, thanks for Juliet. You said RNAV 35, is that Yankee or Zulu?
It doesn't have a letter identifier that I see. It's just RNAV runway 35 for 1399. I have to check ATIS. Looks like it.
1399, Roger. Where did you want to start the approach from?
Can you do it? Can we start from, I think it's Hamlet for 1399? Or maybe it's Halmet, HLMET, 1399.
Sure, yeah, we definitely can do that. Expect RNAV runway 35 from, your guess is as good as mine, Homeland.
1399 copies. I don't know how to say it either. All right. So.
Ground, Cessna 1720 Papa, Riddle Ramp, taxi for Ifr departure with
flight
Sierra.
plan. We're gonna do it from there. So we'll just activate the approach, and then we'll go direct to Hamlet.
Prescott grounds, runway 3 right, taxi via.
She'll descend us, and we'll get this landing stuff in order. So we go AV tab and
to runway 3 right via Foxtrot, left on Delta, cross 30 at Delta, Cessna 20 Papa.
Sir 1399, send maintain 11,000.
Send and maintain 11,000, 1399. Let's go 11,000 and descend. We'll take out our power here. And see the airport. We have 35. It's 9596. Runway length. Runway length 9596, 9596. Runway heading is 349. 349. Runway gradient, not worried. And we'll get the weather and weights plugged in there. And she said it's 98. That means 8 is updated because I was
2054 Zulu. Wind 340 at 10. Visibility 7. Light snow. 1,700 scattered. Ceiling 2,300 broken. 3,000 broken. Temperature -1. Dew point -4. Altimeter 2998. Arriving and departing runways 32, 34 left, 34 right, 35. ILS runway 34 left, runway 34 right, and LVA runway 35 approach in use.
Looks like we're at
Simultaneous
13,000.
approaches to parallel runways in use. VFR to mature contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Feedback all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Juliet.
2998. All right, we're good with that. And the temperatures -1. -1. Wind speed is 9 knots. Wind direction 350. So we'll get that going. Set markers, flaps down, obviously. So we're good to go. I'm going to turn on my anti-ice stuff because we're coming into snow. So that should be fine. Already got the prop stuff on.
13909 traffic just passing off your 12 o'clock, now off your left wing, northwestbound, about 2.5, correction, northeastbound, about 2.5 miles. 11,500 should be no factor.
Roger, IMC conditions, 1399, thank you. Okay.
8 Echo Foxtrot, contact Salt Lake Center, 133.
So she would vector me if she thought that was going to be an issue, but we're good. Add back in some twerk so we don't stall. So this is our landing, flaps. That's our landing in full flaps. So flaps 1, flaps approach, and that's our VRF plus, we'll do plus 10, so that'd be our landing, or over the numbers rather, so.
Niner 28 Echo Foxtrot, Salt Lake Center, thank you.
Coming up to Dealin, and then we're going to go to vectors.
Sky 249, contact Seattle Center 126.6.
126.6, Sky 249.
Alright, now we're getting some icing. So we're going to have to do, I'm going to have to blow the icing off the wing. So we're going to do a manual de-ice. So we're going to hold down manual. We're going to get a wing and then a tail. Then we can look back out and it's pretty much gone. So we'll just keep an eye on that and we'll keep blasting it off. Keep an eye on our altitude. Might have to use my emergency de-icing if we need. The wings are gaining some ice. But all the icing is on. Put the ice light on. All that is on. So.
Sky 249, roger, expect that.
So you have too much icing. You want a Discord? No, I don't have my own Discord. And I typically when I'm streaming and doing the ATC stuff, I don't usually do the I don't usually get on Discord because if I already have enough voices in my head. I'm joking, but you know, with ATC, I need to be able to hear them. All right, getting more ice on that wing, so we're going to go ahead and do another manual.
Sky 249, thank you.
We'll do a manual, tail. All right, that's good to go. Looks like the icing is laying off a little bit now. So, yeah, I don't have like my own Discord or whatever you'd want to call it. All right, we are on a 160 heading, so we're going to be vectored here soon for that approach, which I'll throw up here also. So we're going to do an approach, and it's RNAV 35 GPS RNAV 35, and we're going to take it from Hamlet, Halmet. So Halmet is 11,000, so we're going to hold 11,000 feet. We'll step it down per our GPS approach all the way to Kern. Kern, which is the final approach fix because it has the little asterisk or whatever. Plus it gives you a 3-degree glide path. We'll take that down to our minimums, which is 336. So let me change that. 336. So we're going to take decision to, we'll round that up to 340. So 336, we got it here for 340. So we need to see the runway or the lights of the runway by 340. Otherwise, we need to fly the missed approach procedure, which would be climb to 9,000, direct to Nobi, and on track 334 to Ogden VOR and hold, which is here. So we would come out and we would climb on track 344 to Ogden VOR. So we would just activate the missed approach procedure on the GPS because it will fly it perfectly. We'll check it though just to make sure. But 9,000 was what we would reset the MCP for. And then we would come out here to Ogden and we would enter into a right traffic 7-mile holding pattern. And unless she takes, she might just give me an altitude and a heading for the mist, but we have to know how to fly that if need be. Alright, we're still okay on icing. You in USA, you're from Scotland and UK. I got a buddy that lives in your neck of the woods. I fly a DCS F-18 with him once a month. Very nice guy. I've never been outside the US, but that is on my bucket list one day. So maybe we can get a beer one day, right? Are you a real pilot? I'm a real pilot as far as understanding the principles of piloting and airspace and procedures. So like I know how to do all this stuff because I fly on these networks every day. However, I don't have a real world pilot license, just for reasons. I just don't have it, and it's very expensive to get a license, and really these days, unless you're going into a field or if you're going to buy your own airplane, it's just not worth it. So I can do everything in the simulator that you can in the real airplane, and what I do is I take 2 flights a year in a Cessna 172 with a flight instructor. His name is Mark, very nice guy. He's a retired Navy fighter pilot, and he just does the the instruction for a little extra money. I don't think he needs the money, but he just does it to get out of the house, I guess, because he's retired. I tell you what, that guy knows his stuff. And he, we go up, we don't really stick to a lesson plan, but of course I always have questions for him, so he'll teach me stuff. So twice a year I go up and have instruction in a real airplane, but I'm not looking to get my private pilot license. Like everything I do is on this. But I have a bunch of online certifications, a bunch of online training for the, to simulate real world procedures the best I can. So I have, like on my VATSIM certifications, I have my P1, P2, and P4, which is VFR, IFR, and flight fundamentals. And then I have all the I ratings and all the CAT ratings through PE, and I watched probably about 10 webinars on VFR and IFR stuff. So I have over 2 years of experience. 10 degrees right, 1399. Let's go heading, and we're going to do 170. So I have a lot of the education. I guess you could say, like, I have plenty of ground school, but I don't have real world experience.
At Wenatchee, cleared RNAV Zulu runway 30 approach.
So I'm a real pilot if you look at it from the standpoint of knowing what I'm doing on an online environment and how to operate the aircraft within a simulation, but not so much in the real world. What's his name? You ever fly on POSCON? No, I don't. I've heard of that. I fly PilotEdge, which is what I'm currently flying on. It's a subscription-based ATC service, so I pay a monthly subscription fee for this network because it's guaranteed ATC and it's guaranteed professional ATC, like professional grade, I guess. Like these guys, every one of these controllers are highly trained, I guess you could say. Now, a lot of them have real-world experience with ATC. We're going to get a vector here pretty quick. So let me push that over here. I'll turn on our landing lights. I'm going to reset the clouds to make sure all of our weather is accurate. So we're going to reload. It's still snowing, so we're going to reload the weather clouds, make sure everything looks just like it should as of right now. We'll turn on our landing lights. Landing, taxi, reco, auto ignition, auto feather.
Paying ground, Skyhawk 4910 Foxtrot at the south ramp with information uniform.
Then we'll do activate vectors for approach. So flight plan, approach, activate vectors.
4910 Foxtrot, paying ground, runway 34 left, taxi Alpha.
Taxi via Alpha, runway 34 left, 4910.
Activate vectors. There's Hamlet. So she's going to be giving me a left turn here shortly. Because Hamlet's 11,000, and then we'll be good to go. Seat belts are on. Auto ignition, all that is good. Okay. So yeah, so PilotEdge and VATSIM are my two networks that I fly on daily. I fly PilotEdge every single day, and VATSIM a couple times a week. I probably fly VATSIM maybe 6 times a week, but PilotEdge are not that many, probably more like 3 times a week. And then PilotEdge every single day, sometimes twice a day. I actually fly twice a day, but I only stream a couple times a week. All right, should be getting a turn to final here soon. Salt Lake approach, King Air 1399. Is it safe to vector to Hamlet at this time?
1399, affirmative, just had to get you past a couple of mountains there. Turn left, heading 010.
Left turn 010, 1399. 010. Alright. Oh, I see.
1399, when able, clear direct Homelet, cross Homelet at 1000, cleared RNAV, Zulu runway 30, correction, runway 35 approach. Sorry, I'm saying the wrong approach. RNAV, runway 35 approach.
Clear direct to Hamlet, cross Hamlet at 1000, cleared GPS RNAV 35 approach 1399. Alright,
Sir 20 Papa, contact apart.
so we're going to do a direct to
Over departure, Cessna 20 Papa.
Hamlet, flight plan, Hamlet, activate, 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 nav. Alright, so now we'll cross Hamlet at,
Papa, climbing through
we're 14 miles from Hamlet.
1,900 or 10,000 on Prescott 3.
How did you get the GPS in the King Air? I don't have that. I have all FMC. Yes, so it's the GPS is the Reality XP GTN750. It's a add-on that you can buy from Reality XP. I got it on sale one day for like 35 bucks. Normally it's $50. And let me reset that. And then I have a mod that allows you to keep the Collins radios because I like this setup. Otherwise, the King Air will allow you to have dual GTN 750s, but I don't want dual GTN 750s. I only want the one. So, yeah, there's a mod that you can get. That way you can use it, but you first have to buy the GTN, and then you can use it. Nice. Is it worth the money? Oh, absolutely. The only problem with this GTN is you cannot update the nav data, but because it's a Garmin trainer, so because of Garmin licensing and everything, like this GTN is exactly the same. It's a full fidelity simulator of the real GTN 750 that you would find in real aircraft, right? So this thing is what a real airplane would have, and Reality XP uses certain trainers. You can only use certain trainer versions with their program, but so anyway, back to the reason I say the only downfall is the ERIC, the nav data set that comes with this is about a year old, but most of the time that's not a horrible thing. You can make it work. So we got many miles to go. We've got 3, 6, we got another 10 miles, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We got 16 miles before we get to our final approach, so I'm not going to worry about slowing down yet. So anyway, so you just have to deal with an outdated ERIC. You can't update it like on Navigraph just because of licensing, but it's completely worth it because there's so many airplanes that allow integration with this into the airplanes. So it's a lot of fun to have the push buttons or the touchscreen. And then there's another thing you can get that you can move this window to a GTN that you can actually have in like your home sim cockpit or something. So, all right, we are landing 3-5. Where's tower? 3-5, 18-3. So we're gonna get 18-3 set up for tower and ground for 3-5 is 0.9er. So get 9er ground. We got towers 18-3. We're coming up to Pebble now, so we have to be above that. To be above 9,000 at Zeep, whatever. We got 10 miles to get to Kern. So we'll break that down 9,000. Pull out some of this power and we'll start our descent down to our final approach fix.
Sky 249, roger.
But yeah, man, I love it. It's
1399, contact Salt Lake City Tower.
over to Salt Lake City Tower, 1399. So we'll go over to Tower. And Salt Lake Tower, King Air 1399, RNAV 35.
King Air 1399, Salt Lake City Tower, runway 35, clear to land, wind 34010.
Runway 35, clear to land, 1399. Alright, so now we can go down to 6,100. So we're going to go 6,100, and then we'll act, and that would be, we're coming up to Kern. We got 8 miles. That's our final approach fix. So that's when we would activate our approach phase, and then it will activate the glide path. But yeah, always have to wait till the final approach fix, and then we'll reset the MCP for 9,000 for the mist in case we need that. Otherwise, we're looking good. Plus, you got it on sale too, Genice? Yeah, I did too. So Easter, that's when I got the GTN for $35. So take a look at it around Easter time, and you might be able to find a deal. All right, let me get ground on here. 21.9. Still got 5 miles to 6,000, so I'm going to hurry this down. Do a little arrow down. Pick up our descent rate to 2,000 feet per minute, so we can get down to 6,000. All right, we're under the glide path, which is what I wanted. That's the glide path.
San Jose clearance, Cirrus 76 Alpha Lima IFR, Napa County.
And we're at 180 knots. So we can do gear limits 184, so we can lower the gear.
To Napa County Airport. Funnel 1 departure, funnel.
Gear traveling.
Climb via set, accept, maintain 3,000. Expect 6,000 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 121.3, squawk 2470.
Approach.
Alright, clear Napa County Airport, Funnel 1.
Here comes the glide path.
Filed.
And that's going to bring us down. I'm going to go flaps
10. 1.3 and 2470 on the squawk for 76 Alpha Lima.
And that should pitch us down. It's going to pitch us down, and then we'll go flaps full, conditioner levers full, props full. Now we're on final, and we can bring this all the way down to 340 feet by 340 above the ground. We have to have the field. All right, flaps full. Conditioner levers are full. Turn off the yaw damper when we get a little bit closer. All the lights are on. Okay.
1,000 feet to minimums.
Alright, so we're going to reset for mist, which is 9,000. So we got mist set. And 4560 is the LPV there. 4560 MSL is the same as basically 340 AGL. can see the snow.
500 feet to minimums.
Turn on our wipers so we can see. Reset the heading there. Alright, I've got the field, so we are good to go. And
200 feet to minimums.
I'm gonna park at Atlantic. Our attacker.
100 feet to minimums.
I'll just say South GA.
Minimums.
Alright, autopilot off.
Feet. 50 feet. Props full.
And reversers are on. Snow check. These snow things are annoying.
40 knots.
Right, you can't go backwards on you can't do more than a 90-degree turn off a runway. So that was more than a 90-degree turn. It's what you would call a high-speed turn-off ramp. So you always, whenever you exit a runway, it is 90 degrees or less.
Here, 1399, taxi to the field, via Kilo, monitor ground, have a wonderful day.
Parking via Kilo, I'm monitor ground, 1399, thanks you too. Alright, so we're going to swap over to ground. We're going to put our props
ground, Waka 590.
in beta mode.
Spot 3, short of Alpha, request taxi with Lima.
Waka 590, San Francisco ground, runway 1 left, taxi via Alpha Mike 1.
Turn those off, turn off landing and strobes.
Tower 0711 Charlie Golf, about 15 miles southeast.
Bring the flaps up.
Is that 11 Charlie Hotel?
711 Charlie Golf.
There's 711 Charlie Golf, Yakima Tower makes straight in, runway 27, report 3 mile final.
Runway 27, report 3
Prop
mile
sync
final.
off.
711 Charlie Golf.
But yeah, this is a great plane, especially when you couple it with the GTN. FBO is down here.
Corner once your Foxtrot, about 10 miles.
Coast Guard stuff.
Of Payne Field at 2,500, going to 21 Whiskey. Would like to request a via Parkside follow.
Say again the call sign?
401 Sierra Foxtrot.
Here's the jet center.
Seattle approach, squawk 1226 ident.
Squawk 1266 ident. 1226 ident.
And you said you're a Skyhawk?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's go the other way. Yeah, let's park over here. Park next to this other King Air.
4901 Sierra Foxtrot, I'm not receiving anything on my radar here. Verify your transponders on.
time. It is. We're working on the transponder.
We'll let the crew
Roger, let me know when you're identifying.
park us.
Yes, ma'am. For Foxtrot.
Alright, so we'll reset.
Walker 590's
Park and brake.
Mike on ready for departure.
Put these out of beta
Walker
mode.
590, San Francisco Tower, runway 1 left, clear for takeoff.
Takeoff on left, Walker 590.
Park, and we'll turn off the seatbelt, coffee maker, furnace. Cabin pressure should be 0, which, I mean not 0, but cabin difference, pressure difference. And then we'll turn off our pressure. Actually, let me turn off the pitot stall warning. We'll come over here and we'll turn off our environment. We'll shut down our bleeds. That's good. Furnace is off, pitot. And I took those out of beta already. Turn off the oxygen. Prop sync is off. We'll go ahead and feather the props. Let me shut down the avionics first. So avionics and EFA switches off. Inverters off. And then we'll feather the props. And then we'll do fuel cutoff. Battery, oh, I guess I need the battery for the replay. Sometimes it doesn't work right with the battery off for some reason. Alright, fuel cutoff, seatbelts. Let me make sure I'm offline before we do a replay. So go.
Disconnected.
Disconnected. And we'll end that flight. Thanks for this stream. It's been fun. Oh yeah, buddy. I'm glad you liked it. It was enjoyable talking to y'all. Do you taxi with conditioner lever? It's beta mode. So, you know, you have your props full and beta, and then that would be about there. And then beta mode, I have a button I switch, so it goes into beta. So it basically feathers the props. So it slows your taxi. So the RPMs are just at idle, but if you leave it here, you'll taxi pretty fast. So you have a beta mode, and then when you're ready to actually take off, you click that button, and then it will go forward. So you have beta, and then you have normal throttle with this plane. And I just have a push button on my throttle setup to switch between the two. And then the conditioner levers, I'll leave full power for takeoff and landing. And then when I'm at cruise or on the ground, I stay at low idle. I know real King Air pilots have told me that the entire flight is done at low idle, but I prefer the extra power for the simulator. So it's kind of your own preference. All right, so we're offline. Let's see what the replay looks like.
200 feet to minimums. 100 feet to minimums. Minimums. 60 knots. 100 feet.
So far away from the tower, I have to zoom way in.
50 feet.
This is to Mr. X, Salt Lake. Yeah, this is the most current Mr. X Salt Lake. I floated it.
Props full.
It's all right. And then I just winterized my ortho scenery.
200 feet to minimums.
So that's how I get all the snow. I totally forgot to use the SAM plugin, the SAM Seasons. I could have made the airport winter, but I didn't even think to do that, honestly. There's Salt Lake City over there, the buildings. Yeah, I could have made all this
100 feet.
airport, I could have made all that snow if I had thought to use the SAM plugin.
Props full.
Will you be back on tomorrow? No, not tomorrow. I have a streaming schedule on my Twitch page. So my normal schedule is Mondays and Fridays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I do random streams throughout the week. So at least once a weekend you'll see me streaming something, but tomorrow I'm not going to be streaming. But I will be back Monday for sure. If you're around during the day, you might be at work. All right, so let's go toggle that back over. And then we'll turn that off, and then we'll wrap her up. All right, guys. Good times. Thanks for the chat. That's what streaming's all about. Y'all take care. You have a good weekend, and I will see you all next stream. See ya.
170 bed, Old Diamond, and we saw the traffic. It was a Cessna, white paint, Southwest 1036.
Mark 4, thank you. Attention all aircraft in the center along Mount Airport, parachuting activities in progress, 17,500. Frontier 191, traffic 12 o'clock and 2 miles southwestbound, Alpine K7000, reported the white Cessna. American 1173, turn right heading at 290, descend and maintain 8,000.
8,000, American 1173.
Southwest 1036, contact Denver Tower on 133.3. Have a good day.
33.3, same limit, 1036.
Frontier 191, traffic no factor.
Roger.
American 1173, you are 10 miles from Diamond, turn right heading at 325, maintain 8,000 till south on localizer, clear to the ILS, runway 35 approach.
Established, clear ILS 35 left approach, American 1173.
Frontier 191, maintain 170 knots until Diamond, contact Denver Tower on 133.3. Have a good day.